Welcome to today's presentation of WEMDST tool. I will show you the main components of the tool and how it can be used for water quality modeling. My name is Matej Cerk. I come from Water Science Institute. Just a short overview what the WEMDST or Wastewater and Environment Decision Support Tool is. It's a web application that allows users to simulate the effects of the wastewater treatment plants on river networks. Typical audience is city decision maker or a state decision maker or general scientific public. WEMDST is a web application served on both Linux and Windows servers, but user can easily access it just by entering a URL into his browser. Behind the scenes, a tool is composed of water quality modeling component and web application interface, a web application that a user interacts with. A water quality modeling component consists of a large database and multiple mathematical models in order to be able to simulate the water quality for a certain scenario. The estimated loads from households are estimated as, for example, 60 milligrams of BOD per person per day. Then these loads are released somehow in the river. We have three possible scenarios. First is it could be leakage of the septic tanks that leaks through the ground into the water. And the other two scenarios are that all the sewage is connected, all the wastewater is connected, and is released into the river with or without proper treatment. How do we do water quality modeling in the WEMDST tool? First, we have an agglomeration load model. This is a mathematical model that was described on previous picture and estimates discharges from agglomerations, but without treatment applied. Then the loads could be reduced due to wastewater model. So because of wastewater treatment, the loads that are discharged into river bodies are reduced. The wastewater model also predicts the costs of the wastewater treatment plant together with the sewage network that needs to be constructed. Then when some amount of wastewater is released into the wastewater model, it is combined with hydraulic model. You can see the blue rivers, the main rivers of the Drin catchment area, and the hydraulic model estimates the river flow rates, and therefore it can further continue to calculate the concentrations of observed pollutants in rivers. We observe BOD5, nitrogen, and phosphorus. The model itself was calibrated. It's based on Kosovo measurement stations. Why? Because in Kosovo we had both discharge and concentrations measurements at the same time on the same place. So we could provide calibration of the model. You can see here how the calibration was processed, or the results of the calibration of the river network and the complete tool. On the left-hand side, we can see the uncalibrated model, and the blue points are the concentrations that were calculated by the mathematical model. The orange dots are the ones that are measured. We have calibrated the model appropriately in order to stay within the measurements with the modeled results. Now let's see how the results of the model should be interpreted. Let's say we have a new wastewater treatment plant built in Skadar city with a capacity of 115,000 PEs, with a secondary treatment option with sludge treatment as reed beds. The water would be reused for irrigation, and there would be no sludge reuse. Modeled results are presented on a map. On the left-hand side, we can see current river quality, where the concentrations in river below the Skadar city, downstream of Skadar city, are high or above 5 milligrams per liter. When the wastewater treatment plant is present in Skadar city, the loads are not discharged directly into the river but treated, so the concentrations drop below 3 milligrams per liter. The concentrations can be also observed on a chart. Here we can see on vertical axis the concentration of BID5, and on the horizontal axis we can see the river stationary. On kilometer 6, the water is discharged from the sewage of the Skadar city. Without any treatment or current scenario, we have concentrations above 5 milligrams per liter due to these loads. But when the loads are reduced due to wastewater treatment plant constructed, the red line is representing that the concentrations drop to 3 milligrams per liter. In the upcoming videos, I will show you live presentation how the WEMDST tool could be used by a city planner, or how could it be used by a state planner. Thank you for your attention.